I'm going to do the Capricorn energy reading. And this may or may not resonate with you. If it does, take the parts that do resonate. And if it does not, leave the parts that do not resonate, as those may be for someone else. All right, we're going to look at what you may be struggling with. We're going to look at current energies or what you may need to look at. And then we're going to look at future energies and see what may be coming in for you. All right. So what's going on with Capricorn? Who needs to hear a message? Capricorn. Let's see, I feel like this one. Okay, so we're just going to go with this. Okay. All right. So I feel like what you're struggling with is that I feel like you're stuck. I feel like I almost feel like you're that turtle in the shell and you're feeling stuck, and it's like you don't even want to come out of your shell. I feel like you're not even wanting to. I feel like this right here, I feel like you're stuck and you don't want to come out of your shell. Like you don't want to see things. I feel like there is energies around you that are trying to show you things, or I feel like there's this energy of it's time to come out of your shell. It's time to start exploring. It's time to start doing things. And then I feel like with this Page of Pentacles here, which is going into this current energy, I feel like you're feeling really stuck. You don't want to see anything. I don't want to deal with anything. I don't want to face it. I'm sweeping everything under the rug. I'm feeling closed down. I'm feeling shut down. And then I feel like then you start to get into this energy of, okay, you're having this tiny little spark, and then you're moving into this current energy where you're like, okay, I need to fight for this. I need to bust through this. I need to deal with this. I need to face this. And we have this Page of Pentacles, and we have the Page of Cups, which is that new feelings, that new little sparks, right? You kind of have this new little spark going from feeling closed off to, okay, maybe it's one day at a time, right? One day at a time. Maybe you're feeling overwhelmed. You're like, oh my gosh, I have so much on my plate. I have so much to do. I have so much I have to accomplish. I'm so overwhelmed by everything. I just want to shut down. And I don't want to deal with anything. And sometimes, that's what happens. And it's like, okay, how can I look at this in a different perspective, in a different way, so that I'm not feeling so overwhelmed? And I feel like it's kind of breaking down all of this that you have on your plate here. It's kind of breaking it down to one piece at a time, one day at a time, one thing at a time. Sometimes I feel like if you take, you write everything down, right? You get a piece of paper and you write everything down, all of this down that you have on your plate, everything you've got going on. Doesn't even have to be in order. You can just write all of these things down. Then you can go back and you can look at that paper, and then you can kind of readjust things, and you can reorganize things and say, okay, what is the most important thing that I have to deal with? What is it that needs the immediate attention, and what is it that's not really as important? And then you just kind of break that down, okay? And then you start to narrow things down so that it's not feeling so overwhelming and it feels more workable. By doing that, this is the future energies, is that you're not feeling so overwhelmed, right? And I love this picture with her and that beautiful smile, that you're seeing things from a different point of view. And I feel like it's opening doors to new things and new opportunities, and you're not feeling like you're held back, and you're seeing things, okay, this is one of the tools that I have where I can work through those difficult situations if something comes up, and I can break that down, right? I can take it a little piece at a time. I can take it one day at a time. What is it that I need to focus on right now? What is it that I need to focus on today? And I feel like that lightens the load for you, and then you can have more time to focus on positive things or do positive things or do things that make you happy. Because I think it's extremely important to have that time for yourself if there's something that you really like to do, and have that recharge moment and have that recharge thing that you have where you feel like that strengthens you and that recharges you. And that gets you to, okay, I've crossed this off the list, and then I can attack the next thing. Because sometimes if we're giving a little bit to 10 different things, we feel like we're not getting anywhere. But if we focus on one thing and we can check that off the list and we can move on from that, we feel like, oh, okay, good, I accomplished that. I feel like I got that done. And then I work to the next one, right? And you feel like you're accomplishing things more. I love it. A lot of new energy here. We have the Page of Wands, a young new energy, because we have the Page of Pentacles, we have the Page of Cups, we have the Page of Wands. So I feel like it's new feelings, it's new actions, it's new doing, right? Doing new things, seeing things from a different perspective, feeling happy, right? Feeling better, starting to feel better. Okay, I checked that off the list. I can do this. All right. I need to stop saying all right. I'm trying to catch myself. I don't know how I got into that. All right. Oh, see, there I go again. I'm just saying it and not realizing it. Ace of Swords. Ace of Swords. Once you start to have this little spark and you start to take these actions and you start to see things and you start to work on things, then you feel like you're getting into this Ace of Swords energy where you're like, I can accomplish it. I can get past this. I can move forward. I love it, because that's what I was feeling, is this Three of Wands, is I can look towards the future. I can feel like things aren't cluttered. I can feel like things are getting done. I can feel like I'm freeing up this energy that sometimes we feel like we have this dark cloud over our head, and how can we get this away? How can we let this go? How can we get past this? Having more hope, feeling more positive, feeling like, yeah, there's solutions. There's solutions out there. And you have to realize what the problem is. You have to find the solution, or think of the solution as what it is that I can start doing. And then you have to take the action to doing it. It's doing all of those things is what's going to make it happen, and is what is going to change things. If you're just doing one, that it's not going to be complete. It's not going to work all the way through. If one thing doesn't work, then try something else. Try something else that you feel will work for you, to help you to, I love it, Queen of Swords, to help you to figure out, where is it that I go from here? How do I make these changes? Taking it one day at a time, not being overwhelmed, just checking off what you can check off. If you become too overwhelmed with a situation, then you go to your happy place, or you go to your recharge place, whatever that may be. For me, it's going to the barn. Because I don't deal with my phone. I don't deal with anything. I'm in the moment. I'm with my horse. I enjoy my time, and I'm there for anywhere from like 3 to 5 hours. And I feel so much better on my drive home. It's like a 30-minute drive there. I have a lot going on in my head. I'm swirling. Sometimes I come up with solutions to problems, or I come up with new ideas of new things that I want to try. So I have that time. I get to the barn, I relax, I focus, I recharge, and when I leave, I'm pretty tired, not only because being out in the heat and being outside and, being busy for all of that time, but I'm also mentally tired because I feel like I've let go of a lot of things. I've processed things, and then I feel strong and I feel confident. I'm like, okay, I'm ready to tackle those things that I was thinking about, or I'm feeling recharged and I'm ready to go. So I feel like if you feel that you are overwhelmed with something, you say, okay, I got to step back and I got to go to my recharge. Whatever that may be for you. 10 of Cups, that happiness, that stability. You have to find that, and you have to find that within yourself, and you have to find those solutions and those things that make you happy and how to figure things out within yourself. And you have to be in that frame of mind of yes, I'm going to deal with this. I'm going to work on this. I'm going to find solutions. I'm going to move past this. Page of Pentacles again, so we have that twice, which is that new young energy, and it's positive energy. It's good things. Things are getting better. There is progress. Temperance, realizing that it's going to take time, that it's not going to happen overnight. Okay, that's also Sagittarius. Realizing that, there's fire and water, finding that balance, making that time. I feel like that's also your recharge. I feel like this Seven of Cups represents your recharge energy. Whatever that is finding that balance to make sure that you're not always in this energy, but you find that thing that makes you feel happy and makes you kind of forget everything, that you can walk away and you're just focusing on that, even if it's just sitting doing a puzzle, right? If you're just sitting doing that puzzle and you're not thinking about anything. And it's that getting away to making sure that you have that time before that to recharge yourself. And that helps you to feel more confident. You're like, yes, I'm feeling recharged. I'm ready to tackle whatever it is I need to. Whatever was shutting you down over here that you weren't seeing beyond this closed-in energy, that you're able to tackle that and say, I'm going to move on from that. The Hierophant, Taurus, having that belief and that faith and that sturdy foundation. And are there the people that you can kind of cry on their shoulder or rely on, or, feeling more stable within yourself and having that faith and that belief in yourself that, yeah, I'm going to get past this. I'm going to do this because I want to make things better for me. I want to have that growth. I want to have that, that evolving and that changing, and I want things to be better for me. You have to want that for you. Other people can want that for you, but ultimately it's you having that for you, and you taking those directions, and you taking those steps, and you making those changes. Like I said, it's that 3 parts. It's, thinking of it, and it's finding those solutions. What are those things that you can do? And then it's the actual actions of making those changes. 5 of Cups, turning that around. I feel like that's kind of this current energy here, is that's how you feel and you're closed off and you're focusing on that, but it's lifting your head up and turning around and focusing on those 2 cups. But that's up to you. That's what you have to do. I feel, again, with all of these pages, is this young new energy coming in for you. But you have to turn around to be able to see it. All right, so let's get a Lenormand. Close out with a Lenormand. Sometimes it's hard to see it. Sometimes it's hard to pick yourself up. And there will be days where you're like, oh, I don't want to. But then there are those days where you're like, okay, I'm ready to move forward. And when you get into that positive energy and you're feeling good and you're feeling positive and you're feeling happy and you're feeling hopeful, remember that energy. And maybe in that journal, write down all of those feelings. When you're feeling that way, writing down all those feelings and kind of put that energy onto that piece of paper. And when you're struggling, look at that piece of paper and read it through and try and absorb that energy. And to remember, okay, that's where I want to be. That's where I want to be all the time. That's where I want to get. How do I get there? Okay, we have the clouds, which is clearing. The sun's coming through. We have the lightning and the cloud and the thunder, but then it's clearing. The sun's coming out, flying free, feeling lighter, okay? That's kind of what this whole reading is about. And that's where that brings in all of this growth and this prosperity and you feeling like you're in control and you're in charge of what's going on here, and you're finding those solutions, you're fighting through, you're finding those solutions that work best for you. All right, thank you so much for watching. As always, stay positive, stay safe, and I will see you next time.